Hey folks, it's the Red, and welcome back to Let's Play Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon. Time to get back to the Dark Moon quest in the Gloomy Manor as we go to the next mission, A2. Gear up. Ready for some more action? You're a courageous lad. You know, you remind me of myself at your age, feller. Oh, those were the days. Anywho, we need to start searching for the rest of the Dark Moon. Luckily, I've got just the invention to make our job easier. I call it the periscope, a tip-top device that detects and measures distant paranormal signals. But periscopes already exist. In fact, I just used it to scan the Gloomy Manor, and I found some strong activity in the north rooms. That's where we'll start our search. I don't see why this is so funny. You haven't changed a bit, my boy. There's no reason to be scared now that you're equipped with my mighty Poltergust 5000. Now, details. There's a mechanism that controls the access to that section. The access mechanism is in the foyer. I'll give you instructions once you get there. And even though we went there in the previous mission, here's a map telling us where it is anyway. Oh well, helpful at least. Got all that? Good. Now get a move on. And so, we're off once again. So now that we're further into the mansion, there are cameras that will put us closer to where our objective will be, so we don't have to come in from the outside every time. Anyway, a lot of the treasure that we collected in the previous part is not going to be around again in the later parts, although some treasure can only be collected in certain missions. For example, if we try and remove the wall here again, it's not going to drop any coins for us this time. That's a one and done sort of thing. Once again, just keep running across this hallway and these knights won't hit you with their swords. But time to see what we've got going on in here. Knock it off, you knuckleheads! Okay, so yeah, we just saw some new ghost types there. We're about to find out about them soon enough, though.
Oh, yellow.
Dag-blasted ghosts! Luigi, those brutes just stole the gears from the access mechanism I told you about. I'll use the periscope to find them. Then you can use the map on the DS to hunt them down. Ho-ho! The terrified look in your eye just gave me a great idea. From now on, I'm going to call the DS, this is genius, the Dual Scream! Ho-ho-ho! Dual Scream! Oh, I slay me. That is actually a pretty clever name. I rather like this one. Interact with the map on the Dual Scream to locate the brute's ghosts in the West Wing. The map has a whole slew of features, so be sure to mess around with it later. But for now, get those gears back. Look lively. Okay, so we just need to head on over to this door, and well, it's gonna lock on us because a greenie has the key. Oh, delays, delays. So head back to the entrance to go after that greenie. Once again, run across this hallway. Not too tough. And somewhere in this room we'll find that greenie. Ah, here he is. You get over here. And yeah, it was just the one greenie. We get the key, and now we can actually proceed with this mission. Stick the key in the door. And we're off. So there were two ghosts that were on the lower floor and two on the upper floor. We can start by going in this doorway right here. And that's going to take us into the lab. A lot of the stuff in here we can't actually interact with because, well, it's Egad's place. But somewhere around here we'll find some ghosts, like that one up there. Oh, aiming helps. Oh, we got 2 of them that time, which means extra money for us. And here comes one of our new ghosts, the Slammer. This one's basically replacing the purple punchers from the previous game. They fly around and they'll try and hit you really hard, and they can do a bit of damage. They also take a little bit of effort to suck in due to their higher HP, but still not too hard to deal with. But with that, we now have our first gear, and now we can move on. This part of the wall here can actually be pulled off with the poltergust, so let's suck it down, and we have a secret doorway. There's a pile. This puts us into a secret pocket between the 2 rooms, the lab and this room directly north of us, which we can actually take a peek inside. So we see a couple of new ghosts here. They're doing a painting of another one. That's nice, I guess. But anyway, we can't actually get into this room because of this pile of dust that's in front of the door. So we'll have to find another way to get inside. But, yeah, that means we can't really do much else here on the first floor, except pick up this pile of cash here. Watch out for the bats if you pull off that spider web there. Alright, let's move on. So, the other ghosts went upstairs. Let's go on up and check that out. But then suddenly this happens. So we were just tricked by a new ghost type. That was a hider. As their name implies, they like to hide inside stuff, and Luigi has to seek them out in order to make them appear. Basically, just interact with whatever they're hiding in, and then when they pop out, quickly hit the flash button before they manage to get away, and you'll be able to suck them up. They're a little tricky, but still nothing too bad. Nothing we can't handle anyway. Oh, another thing I forgot to mention is that Luigi actually has very similar calls, similar to what he had in the first game when you press the D-pad. Like, when you press up, he'll say,
Yo-ho.
Or if you press right,
Hello.
down,
Hello.
and left.
Hello.
So yeah, he doesn't call out for Mario anymore because, well, he's not involved in this game. Nope, not at all. Anyway, here's where we need to use our key. And that's going to lead us to the upper floors, the Master Hall. So here in the parlor, there's a clock here with one of those little flashes over here. Use your light on it, and it's going to spit up another gemstone for us. Alright, now let's see about those ghosts. Now, you'll notice that there's a little music box right here if you use your vacuum on it. The ghosts will pop out of it. I don't know what they were doing inside of it, but, suck them in. Once again, just 2 greenies. And then the Slammer is going to pop out. Thankfully, he's too distracted trying to get out of the music box that he didn't really get a chance to attack us. That makes this room particularly easy. And with that, we now have the second gear. Alright. Just checking this. Okay, let's move on. Anything in here? Sometimes you have to remove the spider web in order to be able to shake the vase. But here we are now inside the bedroom. Okay, nothing up there. There's a little oven here, which you can make catch fire. You know, if you wanna. And there's a little bit of cash to be found inside here. And I do mean a little bit. But anyway, if you look straight ahead, you'll see a door here, but when you compare it against what you see on the map, there's no green line there, which means that's not actually a door. So we can conclude that this is a fake. Instead, pull on this thing, this little tassel here, and that's going to pull down a bed for us. Not sure how I feel about folding beds, but I'm up against the wall on this one. But yeah, we have another non-conventional entrance into the study. So, here's where the gear is, but a greenie closes it on us before we can do anything with it. Oh, I almost got that ghost there. This time we're gonna get both of them at once. You want to be careful when vacuuming ghosts with others nearby, because they could take a punch at you while you're trying to suck them in. That's why it's important to try and get several of them sucked up at once. Get over here, you. Also, try not to get tripped by a mouse while trying to vacuum a ghost, because that will take you out of your vacuum as well. And that's going to reveal where the gear is. There we go. Once again, you can use the flash function to turn mice into coins, which is pretty neat. And we got ourselves another gold bone. The gold bone, by the way, if you can take it all the way to the end of the level, and there is a possibility that you won't wind up doing that, but if you can, it will grant an additional 200 gold to your final total for the level. So it's definitely worth trying to get a hold of one of those. But again, you need to have a lot of treasure already for them to appear. And they only appear in certain places. But if you go around checking everything, you shouldn't have too much trouble finding one. Anyway, we'll stand on this switch here, and that's going to put out the fire in the fireplace. Let's go check it out.
Oh. Hello.
Boy, this place is just full of non-conventional entrances, isn't it? There's a couple of higher ghosts in here, but before we catch them... somewhere up here there should be... Okay, can you all just wait a moment? Yep, there it is. We pulled away a spider web, and that makes another gemstone appear. Alright, now let's go ahead and get those ghosts. Well, that one kind of hit me while I was trying to suck it in, so couldn't really do anything about it. You get over here. Okay, and that should make the slammer appear. Yep, there he is. And there we go. That's going to make the final gear appear. And as you would probably expect... Yep, a call from Egad.
Hello.
Luigi, how goes it, my boy? You found all 4 gears? That quick? Ho-ho! Well, you got there in the end. Good work, Sonny. Now head back to the foyer and put the gears back into the access mechanism.
Ciao.
Right. Carrying on with the objective that we originally came here for, we'll go ahead and take those gears over to the mechanism.
Oh. 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 Huh?
But looks like Luigi doesn't really know how to do it. I mean, to be fair, he's a plumber, not a mechanic. How can you expect him to know how to work this? Well, here's Egad to fill us in.
Hello.
Why the long face, Luigi? Well, genetics, I suppose. Wow, harsh. Criminy, the gears don't fit into the mechanism? Those brute ghosts must have bent them or something. I suppose I'll have to repair them in order to make them work. Well, at least you recovered all of them. And it looks like you captured some very interesting ghosts. I can't wait to check them out. I'm bringing you back now.
Ciao.
And that's pretty much the end of this mission now.
Oh, yes. I did it. Wow.
So let's see how we did. Not bad on the treasure indeed. And that gets us another 2-star ranking. So, back at the lab. Good work, Luigi. I knew I should have called you first. And that's why I did call you first. Ahem. Let's have a look at those gears.
Got it.
I'll come up with something to make them work again. Some other time, maybe. Now, let's unload the poltergust and see what kind of ghostly goodies you got. Yeah, Luigi's still not super keen on this idea yet, but later this cutscene will go by a little quicker. You know, when Luigi starts feeling more confident about it. I like that sense of confidence that he slowly gains throughout the game. Anyway, a couple of new gems. We got our first slammer, and our first hider. And sometimes existing ghosts can be updated with new spectral mass, so that's a thing. And 416 gold puts us a little closer to the upgrade. You sure like spinning around in that chair, I must say. I was right. These new ghosts are very interesting indeed. Such spectacular specimens. You know, that makes me wonder what has EGAD been studying around here before they turned hostile. I mean, these seem like pretty common ghosts. Surely he would have studied them first. And they won't be making any more trouble for us now that they're in the vault. In the vault, you can review all the types of ghosts that you've captured. And while you're there, feel free to read my research notes on their ghostly behavior. Analyzing the paranormal signatures of ghosts also helps me fine-tune the old periscope. Now, skedaddle! I need to figure out a way to make these gears work again. And indeed, we're going to deal with that right now as we move on to the next mission. A3, quiet please. Hey there, Luigi. Now, where were we? Oh yes, the access mechanism in the foyer. So he takes those gears and gets something working for it. Here you go. Use this crank to operate the access mechanism. Once you do that, you'll be able to access the north rooms of the gloomy manor. Criminy, you hear that? The periscope is picking up an audible signal from the very same area we're trying to reach. Let me see here. It's music. How odd. If I remember rightly, there's a grand piano in the library. Maybe a ghost is playing around on it. Anywho, let's mark where you need to go first on the map. So, checking out the DS, we now need to head to the room further north from the foyer. Luigi, this is the strongest paranormal signal we've seen yet. With a signal that strong, I reckon the ghost playing the piano might be giving orders to the other ghosts. No time to waste, my boy. Get to the library and catch that ghost. Must we do this every time? We really gotta work on those landings. But anyway, at the very beginning of this level, and this is the only time we can actually do this, if you vacuum off the head of this armor here, or maybe it has to be knocked off. Yep, there we go. First of all, it drops a bunch of cash for us. Can I help you, Egad?
Hello?
Hey there, Sonny. I noticed you've been busy collecting coins, bills, and gold bars. Nothing wrong with that. The mansion is abandoned, so finders keepers, I suppose. As a matter of fact, I'm also gathering some resources of my own. Yep, I'm going to use them to develop upgrades for the Poltergust 5000. Good luck on your treasure hunt, young feller.
Ciao.
Well, thank you for that little interruption, but anyway, once you get all those coins, take this head here, a little target will appear on this painting. Hit the L button here to launch it into the painting, revealing another gemstone.
Wow.
Alright, now let's move on. Say, weren't there a bunch of statues here a moment ago? Looks like we saw them flashing for a moment, but, yeah. Something weird's going on here. But enough of that, let's get this mechanism working. This is the way we spin the crank, spin the crank, spin the crank. And it reveals a secret entrance behind the aquarium.
I did it.
Yes, Luigi, you did it. Okay, so let's head on upstairs and check it out. Now let's go find out where that music's coming from. There's a couple of greenies here playing rock, paper, scissors, but little do they realize, vacuum beats everything. You get over here. Let's see. There's still some ghosts in this room. Uh-huh. And by placing that slammer in front of those spiders there, that's pretty much the game's way of letting you know that you can use the flashlight to turn spiders and creatures and stuff into coins
Yeah.
by flashing them. So that's a neat little bit of game design there. There's also a safe here. Go ahead and flash that. And get ready to suck in all those goodies. Anything over here? Alright. Oh, and a jar. Alright, let's move on. So in this next room is where the music's actually coming from.
Huh?
Well, you know, maybe it's a player piano.
Oh.
Now pay attention as you're walking across this room because golden spiders will come from the ceiling, and if you can flash them before they get away, they'll turn into a gold bar. As well, you're going to want to watch out for these books flying at you from the other side, so pay attention to those as well. Unfortunately, it makes it pretty difficult to try and flash the spiders while avoiding the books at the same time. Case in point. But continue further on. Ugh! Yeah, this is really hard. Also, some gold mice will appear. You can also flash them to turn them into gold bars as well. So, yeah, I could have gotten a couple more gold bars out of that, but I was too busy getting pelted by books to really be able to do that, apparently. But there's plenty of opportunities to get your health refilled, so... Okay, this mouse is really starting to tick me off here. Ugh. Okay, I'll just pull it from over here. Well, never saw that happen before. But anyway, yeah, there's enough health underneath that table sheet in order to get your health back to full, which is nice. And point your flasher up here on a ceiling vault. And it drops another gemstone. And here we have another gold bone. Very nice. There's not too much else to see in this room, so let's tug on this thing here. And that's going to reveal a secret entrance for us.
Yeah. Alright. Yeah. Yeah.
A secret lift from the kitchen to the dining room. I like it. Never actually seen a house that does that, so I find that kind of interesting. Anyway, here in the kitchen, we're gonna have another ghost attack, because it's pretty dark in here. Here we have a greenie that's wearing some kitchen equipment, so we're not gonna be able to attack him just yet. Wait for him to make himself dizzy, then flash him. You'll just have to dodge attacks until then. Here comes another. Come on, take a swing at me. Here he comes, and flash! Got them both, good. So, extra money for me.
I do it.
Now, if we look inside this refrigerator here, there's a frozen gemstone in here. Simple enough to get it out, we'll just have to do a little home cooking. That'll thaw it out, and now we can collect it. Let's see, any more money to be had here? Doesn't look like it. Alright, now on to the objective. No music allowed! So, that was a poltergeist ghost. They use their telekinetic powers in order to throw things at you, like those books from earlier. And these ones that they're going to throw at us right now. Please face the right way, Luigi. If you're not sure where it is, then you're going to have to wait until it lifts a book up, and then go over and try and flash them before you can throw it at you. There we go. Ugh. Expect to take a few knocks while trying to get that flash in, because it will try and block your flash attack by hiding its eyes behind the book that it's throwing at you. But then two of them are going to attack. Try and flash one of them immediately before they both go invisible. What makes this particularly difficult is also having to dodge books while trying to flash them. So yeah, I do find this particular battle a little difficult. Now we're just gonna have to wait for those books. There we go. Ugh. Oh, that's the one we didn't get before. Oh, I saw that book coming. I knew that was gonna happen. Oh, that was lucky. Well, we got one of them now. So let's focus on that other one. He's around here somewhere. Nowhere to hide. And there we go. We stopped all that infernal music. Oh, I had to get that coin to make the phone call happen.
Oh, yellow.
You okay, Luigi? You had me worried for a minute there, kiddo. Those big-brain ghosts sure put up a fight. The way they were throwing those books at you reminded me of my college professors. Anywho, I'll bring you back so I can study those magnificent specimens.
Ciao.
And indeed, we are now done with this mission as well. Not a particularly long one, but that's fine by me. So it introduces us to the poltergeist ghost, and that's certainly not going to be the last time we see them either. And another 2-star rank. Back to the lab again, yo! Hello, Luigi. Good to see you back in one piece. Now, how about those ghosts? Yeah, straight to the point, aren't we? So it shows off our new gems, as well as the new poltergeist that we collected. And 482 monies, which puts us just short of our next upgrade. We will most likely get it in the next mission. Those brainy poltergeists sure are strong, but they don't seem to be in charge of the other ghosts. I reckon they're still worth studying, though. It's just so fascinating how some ghosts can evolve into more advanced forms. I don't fully understand the nature of their power, but I will one day. That will be my legacy in the world of paranormal science. And you, Luigi, once this is all over, you'll finally be able to step out of your brother's shadow and be recognized as a true hero. Yeah, like that'll ever happen. But with that, Mission A3 is now finished, and be sure to join us next time, where we'll be continue into the Gloomy Manor with Mission A4 Visual Tricks. See you then!